Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. Well, as you can see, I'm not in a truck. So upon getting back to New York, I, have a family situation that means I can't be out on the road for long periods of time anymore. So I went to try and quit my trucking job, and they said, wait a minute, we got something for you here. So now I am a instructor. Like, I do road tests, part-time, local. Doesn't pay well. Doesn't pay what truckers should make. But it is what it is there. It keeps my foot in the door, so when I can go over the road again someday, I at least have, I don't have to go apply to a new job or whatever. In addition to that, I've been working the gig economy. Is pretty much my full-time local job. And I've got mixed feelings about it. It's hard work, usually, except for right now when it's slow. But, when it comes to doing food deliveries, there's pretty much a lot of hustle involved. And it's hit or miss to whether you're going to make good days or bad days. Right now, my weekly average last week was approximately $24 an hour, and that's active time. That's not sitting around waiting for shit like I'm doing right now, talking to you guys. So, and I also noticed that the rates on retail delivery have dropped significantly, probably just a part of this market that I'm in, because some dumbasses just accept less than $1 a mile when it comes to retail delivery. And if you're accepting less than $1 a mile, you are operating at a loss. Hell, your tax deductible's like 75 cents a mile or something like that. So when you move in the operating costs and the fuel and the maintenance and all of that, if you're getting anything less than $1 an hour on any of these apps, you are working for free. Yeah, that's right. You're tearing up your car. And, you might have some money in your pocket, but it's the same thing as getting a load. Hold on, I gotta turn down this shitty McDonald's no-tip delivery. Fuckers. Anyways. But, on the flip side of that, it does provide me the freedom. I work when I want. I stop when I want. Like, if I've had enough, I've had enough. I generally set a goal. Each day that I work, I'm like, this is my goal for the day. And it varies, but right now it's a little aggressive because I'm still rebuilding my emergency fund. And I've got some maintenance things to do on the car that will require some extra money at some point. So I've been hitting the hours fairly hard, about 40 hours a week-ish, and grossing between $500 and $600 during that, between the two apps that I do. Now, before you go asking, do whatever apps fit you. There are so many apps and so many different markets. What works for me here might not work for you there, or vice versa. It really depends on where your market is, where you live. You're going to have a different experience in a small town versus a big city. It's whether you're going to suburbs or downtown. These are differences in markets. I do have one profound criticism on the food delivery side of the house, and that's motherfuckers pretending they didn't get their food and then marking that shit in the thing. What is wrong with you? You know? What is wrong with you if you do that? I don't get it. But I have one of those under my belt from Vegas that I'm still waiting to fall off because it cycles through 100 gigs before it disappears, allegedly. And if it doesn't, then I'm probably going to call them and be like, look, come on now. I gave them their fucking food. They ripped you off. But I get penalized, not them. They probably did it again. And again, and again. You know, they can track our phones. They know when our phones are together. You know, when you deliver, they can tell where your phone is and where my phone is. And if they're not together, because I got a message once where our phones weren't together, you know, so apparently whoever ordered the food left the area or something while I was delivering it. So I had to confirm there. Thankfully, they got their meal. You know, they didn't. You know, that's one of them things. Food delivery, I don't know. I'm long for this world to keep doing it. I might just go back over to just doing retail and groceries and that kind of shit. I don't know. Maybe I'll replace it with grocery deliveries or something. You know. But for now, that's the plan. And I've been looking into... Oh, I got another fucking... Hold on. I think I gotta take this. Well, it's shitty-ish. I guess. I gotta go make some money. Hold on. So apparently, I'm supposed to wait curbside. I have a bad feeling about this one. I have a bad feeling. But I'll do what it tells me to do for now. I'm probably gonna have to go in and be like, what the hell? So, but I'll give them 5-10 minutes since I'm making this video. But I've been looking into the cargo van thing, and, you know, what happens if you own a van and you do, you know, larger freight, like pallets and shit. And I saw a guy break down his numbers. He'd been doing it for like 4 or 5 years. And he owns more than one van now, and he's kind of like starting a fleet or that kind of thing. But he was going over his numbers, and he grossed $109,000. But after fuel, repairs, and all of those other expenses, he only cleared like, I think it was $49,000. So, which, you know, that's kind of shitty trucking wages. You know, granted, you're free, you own your shit, but he had a truck pay or a van payment too. So, you know, I wonder if it's more worthwhile if you own the van outright. So I'm thinking, yeah, I need to continue to research that and maybe work my way out of this, you know, end of point delivery or end of whatever the hell you call it, delivering packages to people and courier work, and get more into the freight game again, you know, with a Sprinter van or one of those other vans. And, you know, I was looking online at used vans, and, you know, you could get a decent, well, by decent I mean it probably won't break right away, van for $15,000 to $20,000. So if you do that and it doesn't break for a year, you could make a pretty nice profit. If you pay, say you paid $15,000 for the van, and you had no repairs that had to happen. I know it's a luck of the draw there, but you know, you'd pull down, you know, $85,000 in profit. You know, well, minus fuel, so probably more like 75 or 80,000, which is what the average trucking job is allegedly paying now. And I put that in quotes because I have yet to see that level of freight out there. I think the freight is slow, and he even said that right now would be a horrible time to get into it because freight is absolutely slow. The economy's shit, fuel prices have climbed, you know, and I could say the same thing for the gig work. You know, the gig work isn't exactly setting the world on fire. I'm about to have to go in, I have a feeling, because this, yes, I'm still waiting.
This is the Chili's IVR system. Please hang up and dial again.
Alright, I gotta go in, because this is bullshit. Yeah, I went in to ask them, and they're like, oh, we're still waiting on 2 more things. But I'll bring it out to you. That's why I don't like waiting outside, is because you can't apply the stink eye to them. But yeah, I'm considering working my way up into van expediting and stuff. The problem with that is some of the apps require some pretty hefty insurance. We're talking $1,000 a month insurance. And if you cross state lines, I think you need a DOT number or authority. Otherwise, you got to work for a carrier, which would be the same as working for a trucking company, except you'd be an owner-operator of the van. You know, and if I were going to do that, I might as well be an owner-operator of a truck and do that. But I don't know. Maybe I could just stick with the gig work. So, even though places like this tend to suck right now, I'm kind of stuck with this order now. They're not bringing it out. It's literally a small order. It's not a big deal. But it is what it is. So yeah, this is $7. Sitting here waiting for it. It's not even close to 15% tip. But I will be exploring some other apps too. I'm thinking of dropping this one just because it's so hit or miss. You know, I say that now because it's been kind of a shitty day. You know, I'm going to hit my goal of $120. In fact, I think this order might actually get me close to it. So I might have to do one more after this or during this. But I don't know. I feel like it's not as efficient as some of the other apps. Seems like all the apps want to rip you off in one way or another. They're always underpaying you for what you're doing, especially since you're using your own vehicle and paying for gas and all of that. I feel like they rob us so that they could get more customers, you know. But that's just some tinfoil hat shit right now. Don't quote me on that. I just feel like I'm always fighting for the good loads or the good gigs, you know, as opposed to the overabundance of shitty ones. So keep that in mind when you're ordering food. We're more likely it's not going to sit as long if you put a tip in up front. Just saying, because drivers turn it down. You know, I have a minimum amount. If it doesn't meet that amount, I turn it down. So, well, here we go. Alrighty.
And then straw and everything's gonna be in the bag for you.
Okay.
Sorry
All
about
set.
that. Wait.
No problem. Thanks. Yay. And of course, it's a 5-mile delivery. So there's that. I'm glad my shift's almost over because I am getting to that period of the day where I'm just like, this is bullshit. You know. But there have been good days. There was a day where I got a $30 tip. That was great. It was like almost like a catering order. Those are always nice when you get them. We love getting those. We don't love the single value meal from McDonald's orders. We definitely don't like those. Because is they almost never have a good tip. And they end up being like $5 at $1 per mile, which quite frankly isn't enough nowadays. I think $1.50 a mile is the more appropriate number, especially if there's some empty miles to get back to where all the restaurants are. So, but I am a little sore about the retail side of things, and they just started dropping down below $1 a mile, and I'm just like, what in the hell? Who is taking these orders at like 75 cents a mile? You know, it's kind of ridiculous. Because you're operating in the red if you take that. You know, but somebody's doing it. Otherwise, they wouldn't offer it that low. I mean, there's some people that do this and they take every order and sign up for every single thing. But cherry picking is the way to go. If you want to be profitable, you know, it might not be the most efficient time-wise. You'll be sitting around waiting for stuff a little longer, but you won't be tearing up your car and raising your overhead as much. I'm still going to do the gig economy for a while until such time as I can travel again or go out on the road trucking again. But for now, this is it. I'm going to live that local life. Be one of the many YouTubers that's quitting van life / truck life / car life or whatever. I feel like a lot of the van lifers I watch are currently in the process of coming off the road. You know? Even Unstoppable Morgan will end up off the road soon. Anyways, I'm going to finish this delivery without showing you where I'm going. Well, it's another day. Made $130 total. 7 hours of work. Well, 7 hours of being on the clock. Only 5 hours of actual work. So, yeah, I guess that's okay living. But, I just spent $25 on gas because I was empty on gas. I spent another $20 eating. I went to I forgot what I ate. Oh, I had hot dogs. Yeah, $16 for the hot dogs. And then later on, I had a milkshake, which was like $8. Yeah, it's a little bit rough working the fucking gig economy. Now I know I could hit it hard. Work 12-hour days and 70 hours a week and all of that, but I don't have to do that yet. I can take my time. And, you know, the first thing on the list for the car is the oil change. That's not going to be too price intensive. Tomorrow I'm doing some instructor work at my trucking company. So, yeah. But that's only like one day out of the week, it looks like, that I'll be doing that. And not even for a full day, like 6 hours-ish. I miss the road. I miss being out there. I miss traveling. I don't miss trucking. I just miss traveling. I guess that's part of the normal deal when you get back from a road trip, is to be a little depressed about it. I'll get over it. There'll be other trips someday, but for now, this is the lifestyle I have to live. Let's being my own boss, working the gig economy, working part-time as a trucker, and but not being over the road anymore. I have to be local for a while, which, as far as content goes, might suck. You know, you might not like. What do you guys want me to still make fucking videos while I'm just bebopping around Syracuse? I do plan on doing some like weekender type stuff, like going hiking and camping and shit like that. But day-to-day life, it's just, you know, I get up around 8 or 9 in the morning, except on the days when I gotta do the instructor work. I get up at the crack of dawn for that. I mosey on over to the market that I do the deliveries at, and do about 7 hours of that, or whenever I reach my goal. My goal for today is I might shoot for 130 again, just to move the needle a little closer. My goal is to have what I had in the bank before I went to Vegas, and then I can slow down a little once I get there and just kind of, work as I need to, work as I spend type thing, work as the bills come in, that kind of stuff. But now that I kind of have that baseline where I was on that road trip living, working to compensate and stuff like that, and then, weathering an $1,100 repair bill on the car during that period, I kind of know financially how much I need to have put aside, and then I can slow down the amount of part-time work I'm doing based on expenses, based on things I want to do or whatnot. But there'll be some hiking in my future once I slow down a bit. It's just exhausting though, but after my 7 hours of it, I talk shit. A lot of people would be happy working just a 7-hour day, but as far as me trying to be semi-retired, it feels a lot like full-time work. But we'll see how it works out once I get my emergency fund rebuilt and stuff. I'm sure I'll find things to make videos about, especially since I do music and other interesting creative things. But, for a while, this channel might be a little fucking boring. I do have a rant coming up. I'm just, waiting for a day off to go out on a walk and talk and kind of vent about some things, Other than that, I go to the bar once a week, get a little fucking hammered, and then that's my life now, It's not bad. I enjoyed parts of yesterday. Parts of it were a shit show. Like, some of the orders were shit, and some of the customers were, in places that sucked to get to. But in the middle of the day, I stopped at Hyde's and had hot dogs and was outside at a picnic table eating. I was kind of chill, I had a good 1 hour lunch break where I just sat there, and that was $19 that hour if you averaged out my earnings. So I got paid break essentially. And then I went and had a milkshake and bullshit with my friend on the phone, and wasn't a super stressful day by any stretch, just annoying in places. I'm hoping today's a little bit better day, but I kind of have a weird feeling. Like I'm looking around and there's this haze, and it feels like smoky haze. It doesn't feel like fog, but it's got me kind of like, I don't know, I just have a weird feeling about today. I might shut down early today too. I don't know. I'm not in a super hurry to rebuild my funds. I'm actually just gradually plucking away at it, trying to spend less than I earn. It's basically as long as I spend less than I earn, then it'll eventually get back to the level I want it to, probably in a month or two. So plus with the part-time instructor work, I should be all right. I'm trying to be a little more optimistic. See, that's why I had to film a little bit. See, you kind of caught me at the end of my day yesterday where I was being a miserable prick. Today, I'm optimistic. I haven't started my shift yet. I'm just kind of chilling. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fucking ruined by the end of the day, but, I don't know. It's not a lot of people out today either. I don't know what the hell's going on. I came out this time yesterday and traffic was a shit show. I guess the weather is keeping people away. I don't know. Or maybe everybody's at work. I don't know that the employment rate's that great in Syracuse. I don't know. But we'll see. It might be too slow too. Rates are just stupid. We're talking 50 cents a mile on some of the offers on there, and I'm just like, no fucking way am I hauling 6 stops at 50 cents a mile for like $40, you know, when it's 90 miles. It's ridiculous. Yeah, but that's the way it works. And as long as dickheads accept those shitty rates, that's where it's going to be. So either there's too many drivers and then there's a bunch that'll just accept anything. Hey, it's $40, even though you're busting your ass and you're burning through all of it in fuel. You know, I just don't get why people do that. I don't know. You're operating at a loss. Yeah, you might have the $40 now, but it's coming out of your ass the next day when you put gas in your tank. Like when I just put fucking gas in my tank this morning, I was like, well, there's a good chunk of what I earned yesterday going right back in the tank so that I could do it again. Now, because I drive a Prius, that'll last, like I only have to put gas in every couple days usually. You know, depending on how much I work. Like, if I work 2 12-hour shifts, then yeah, I might have to fill up a lot more often, and gas prices are kind of shitty right now, so, yeah, but everybody wants free delivery, I guess, and fuck the drivers. Oh, well. Well, that's it for this fucking video. I'll let you know. I'm still researching, you know, expediting in vans, but it looks like it sucks worse than trucking, even though you have a little more freedom. Like, you can take time off wherever, and you can take your van in places that you couldn't go with a truck, which is one of the reasons I'm interested in it. At the very least, it pays the same as trucking, you know, if you own your van, but you get to go to places. You're not as comfortable sleeping. You set up a little fold-up cot when you shut down at night, and you can either idle, which costs you a lot of money, or install all the bells and whistles in the van, but you got to leave room for the cargo, and you got to have like room for 3 pallets, so you can't put a lot of shit in there with you. I would probably take the passenger seat out and put all my shit up in there, as far as refrigerator and that kind of stuff, but I don't know. I'm still thinking about it as owning a business gives you a lot more freedom than working as a company driver. But the thing is you can do that and you lease on with a carrier still. So you're still dealing with another hand in the pot. You know, the good news is if you lease on with a carrier when you own your vehicle, then you get a lot more per mile. But they were, you know, the one guy I watched was quoting anywhere between 85 cents and $1 a mile, which with $5 and something a gallon of fucking diesel. I don't know if you're using diesel, that is. I don't know that that's economically viable. You need $1.50 a mile if you're running your own vehicle expenses. But we'll see. I don't know. It's just something I'm interested in that I don't know if I'll follow through on, and I think it only works if I can go over the road doing it. You know, this local home every night expediting doesn't seem to be all it's cracked up to be as far as expenses go. But the fuck do I know? Because I'm not an expert. I'm just an asshole. See, is my shift starting yet? I got 10 more minutes. Please like and subscribe for more shit. I don't know what kind of shit, but there'll be some shit. If you like this video and you want to support my YouTube channel and help me rebuild my emergency fund so I don't have to do as much fucking stupid gig work, please head to ScottTheTruckDriver.com and leave a tip in the virtual tip jar. The link is down below. And I appreciate those of you who continue to financially support this channel despite the fact that it's not really doing too well. You know, they've turned off the spigot, so to speak, and now I'm hearing that you gotta pay to promote now if you want to get new eyeballs or new people onto your channel. You know, my subscriber count has been the same for about 3 years now. Imagine that. I must either, you know, if I sucked, it would disappear. If I was great, it would grow. But I guess I'm just mediocre. You know, I don't think it has anything to do with the fact that they're just not putting eyeballs on my fucking videos. Or promoting it in any way, unless I pay them. But I don't know. I'll keep making videos though. Fuck it. What else have I got to do besides deliver shit and go drinking? You know, at least if I'm doing videos, I'm not drinking as much. Have a nice motherfucking day. And shit. I don't know, I might only work a half day today. I'm feeling kind of, you know, plus I got to get up at crack of dawn tomorrow, so, you know, maybe I'll just do a $50 day. Then, all I'm doing is paying for the gas I just put in. And lunch. No, I got to do at least 100. I committed to try to do at least 100 a day, and then maybe I'll get a second wind of energy to where I just do a full 8-hour day, which would be probably about $140. Maybe even 150 if I get one of them cool tips. One can hope. It's kind of interesting being broke again and on my own in terms of being my own boss for the most part. I did it before. I was a photographer before. Remember that? And then I did Uber alongside that for a while. So, only difference now is photography isn't really an option, financially speaking. So, there's that. Still haven't done my fucking photos from the trip I was just on. I should probably get on that. I'll do that, and I'll make some music to go over it so I can release some music finally, which I haven't been doing. Alright. Thanks for hanging out with me in the premiere, by the way. And if you missed the premiere, because YouTube kindly didn't even tell you I had a fucking video up, head to ScottTheTruckDriver.com, that same link below that you go and do the tip jar. You can sign up for the free email list, and whenever I do my premieres or anything else, I send out an email. Don't worry, I don't spam. I can't afford to send extra. I've got a 5 email limit per month, so I won't be filling up your inbox if that's what you're worried about. And shit. Alright, time to work.
It's your DoorDash. Hurry the fuck up. I'm sick of this shit. I quit. Here. Take it. Take your fucking Taco Bell and shove it down your throat, god damn it. I quit. Here. Here's your food. I'm done. Give me here, take it.